Good morning, class 8th. Today we'll continue with the mock paper. Yesterday we discussed short answer type questions. Now we'll start with the long answer questions which are carrying 5 marks. So your question number 1 is explain the phases of moon with the labeled diagram. So in this question, children, you can write first diagram you have to draw, and second thing you will be writing in the points that either start from new moon or start from full moon. It's your wish. Okay, if you will be starting from new moon like Amavasya, when there is no moon in the sky, so what happens if you are watching the moon on the regular basis? What happens? A very small line, very next day, a very small moon we are able to see on the sky. Okay, slowly it increases and it reaches to the half. Okay, or the very small or very thin line which we are able to see, that is known as a crescent moon. After that, about 15 days around, it changes to half, so that is the half moon. And after that again it keep on growing, and when it become more than half but less than full, that stage is known as a gibbous moon. Okay, after that, slowly after the gibbous moon, it changes to the full moon. So this is a cycle from new moon to the full moon. Okay, around 15 days are taken for this purpose, and again from full moon, on the very first next day it start decreasing and it reaches to the new moon. So this cycle completely takes 28 or 29 days. So the size or the of moon keep on increasing and keep on decreasing. That is known as a phases of the moon. And children, you can well explain it with the help of a diagram. Okay, you need to draw the diagram and you have to explain it. So this question is in और में क्या है आपके पास क्वेश्चन? The radius of Jupiter is 11 times the radius of the Earth. I think this question is from your book only. Ratio of the volume of, because children, Jupiter and this Earth, these are the spheres. Can you tell me which formula we are using here? These are sphere, not circles. So which formula we will use? Because here it is written we need to calculate the volume, ratio of the volume of Jupiter and the Earth. So both the ratios we need to calculate. And radius of, first of all, let the radius of Earth be R. Okay. And the radius of Jupiter will be, it's written, it's 11 times. So radius of Jupiter will be 11 R. Okay. Next is okay, let's continue with this question. So I hope this question is clear to you. Can you tell me the volume of the sphere? Which formula will you use here? This is totally your mathematical question. Kindly tell me. Volume of sphere. You know that? Anyone? It's 4/3 pi r cube. So write down volume of a sphere is equal to 4/3 pi r cube. I had written. Pi r cube. 4/3 pi r cube. In this way, you can find out the volume of Earth and volume of Jupiter. Okay. And find the ratio of it. Children, you know, first of all, ये आपके पास फॉर्मूला है. एंड रेडियस क्या था अर्थ का? रेडियस ऑफ अर्थ हमने क्या लेट किया था? R. और रेडियस ऑफ जुपिटर वो क्या था? 11 टाइम्स R था. यही था ना? 11 टाइम्स R इट वाज. ठीक है? Are you getting yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
ओके उसके बाद हमें क्या निकालना है? वी नीड टू फाइंड आउट द रेशियो ऑफ द वॉल्यूम्स. सो लेट्स फाइंड वॉल्यूम ऑफ अर्थ.
Ma'am, your voice is coming so slow.
Volume of earth is 4/3 pi r cube and volume of Jupiter it will be 4/3 pi. अब यहाँ पे बेटा देखने वाली चीज है. सी हियर, सी ऑन द ब्लैक बोर्ड. जुपिटर का रेडियस हमारे पास क्या है? 11r. तो यहाँ पे हम क्या लिखेंगे? 11r का क्यूब. दिस इज द थिंग टू बी नोटेड डाउन. ठीक है, बिकॉज जुपिटर का हमारे पास क्या था? रेडियस 11r. यहाँ पे हम क्या कंसीडर करेंगे? द क्यूब ऑफ 11r. ओके, एंड नाउ फाइंड द रेशियो. अब रेशियो आप निकालोगे तो क्या हो जाएगा? रेशियो में कैसे निकालोगे? रेशियो किस किस के बीच में निकालनी है? सी द क्वेश्चन. रेशियो ऑफ वॉल्यूम ऑफ जुपिटर एंड द अर्थ. पहले जुपिटर का लिखोगे. वॉल्यूम ऑफ जुपिटर और वॉल्यूम ऑफ अर्थ. यहाँ पे लिख लीजिए वॉल्यूम ऑफ जुपिटर, वॉल्यूम ऑफ अर्थ 4/3 pi. अब 11 का क्यूब कितना हो जाएगा? क्यूब ऑफ 11
1331.
1331 और r क्यूब आ गया. इसी तरह से नीचे लिख लीजिए 4/3 pi r क्यूब. चलो r क्यूब से r क्यूब कैंसिल, पाई से पाई कैंसिल, 4/3 से 4/3 कैंसिल. तो योर आंसर इज कितनी रेशियो बच गई? रेशियो 1331 रेशियो 1. Is it clear? So if the question comes that how many, calculate the ratio of the volumes. I hope this answer is clear to you. And this is the answer of your back exercise. Question is in the back exercise. And how many earths can Jupiter accommodate? Now you can calculate 1331. Number of earths Jupiter can accommodate. Okay. Is it clear, beta?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Next is, what is the distinctive feature of Saturn and Jupiter? So kindly tell me, Saturn and Jupiter, what are the distinctive feature of it? What Saturn has and what Jupiter has? Kindly give the answer.
Ma'am, Saturn has the beautiful rings around us.
Around the Saturn. Beautiful rings around the Saturn. Okay. And it is one more is there. It is less denser. It is less denser. It floats on water. And other is Jupiter. Jupiter is quite big. And what is to it? Around how many earths it can contain? Around 1300 of the earth. And अभी आपने कैलकुलेट भी कर लिया है. कैलकुलेट आपने किया तो कितना आंसर आया? 1331. Around 1300 earths can be concluded in Jupiter. I hope it is clear to you both. Questions? Next question number 2 is there. Suppose you are in a dark room. Can you see things in the room? Can you see object outside the room? Explain. So children, you need to explain it. When you are in the dark room, you are not able to see the things. And when you are outside the room, you are able to see. What happens, why this happens, what is the reason behind it. And one more is there. Yes, Ananya, tell beta. Ananya Prasad.
When we are in a dark room, then we cannot see objects in the room. We can see the objects outside the room because outside the room the light is available and the ray of light can enter our eyes after reflection from the object.
Okay, very good. So light enters into eye when we see outside the room, the objects which are outside the room, because the light enters into our eye by the process of reflection. Next comes differentiate between a regular and diffused reflection. So in this question, children, yes, Neha, tell beta.
Ma'am, in regular, all the reflected rays are parallel. It occurs on a smooth and polished surface. Reflected rays are in one direction. And in diffuse reflection, the reflected rays are not parallel. It occurs on the rough surface, and reflected rays are scattered in different direction.
Okay, beta. And for this, you can draw the diagram in both the cases. How regular reflections take place and how irregular reflection take place. You can draw the diagram for these. In the regular reflection, after reflection, the rays goes in one direction only. And in irregular, the rays goes in the different directions. Okay. Next, so till here your 5 marks questions are over. 2 questions you need to attempt. Next is OTBA. Kindly scroll down, Anshika. It's a picture composition. This picture is from your book, Beta. So what you are able to see? See, first of all, study this picture. In first case, there is a repulsion, and in second case, there is an attraction, then repulsion. So see the above activities and write down 3 main points that you infer from these diagrams. So kindly tell me what you have understood from these diagrams. 1, 2, 3. So one line you need to write down. Okay. In first case, what is happening? Repulsion. In second case, attraction is there. And in third case, glass rod gets repelled by the glass rod. Okay. So I hope it is clear from the diagram. Charged ebonite rod is there. So if we are taking both the ends of these rods towards each other, repulsion is taking place because they are acquiring the same charge. ये भी ebonite rod है आपकी और ये भी क्या है? Charged ebonite rod है. That's why. और इसमें क्या है आपके पास? One is ebonite rod and second is a charged glass rod. So both acquire different charges. So that's why attraction is there. Here also, ये भी आपके पास glass rod, ये भी आपके पास glass rod है. So these two glass rods gets attracted. Okay. So I hope you can write down the answer in 3 points. Next, Peter. Because only 3 points you need to write down. Next, one more picture is there. See and answer the following questions. Which property of friction is explained here? You must have seen what is this? This is a spring balance. Spring balance, it is the bricks are rolled over the pencils. These are the bricks, and below the bricks, see the figure carefully, there are pencils. Okay. So kindly tell which property of friction is explained here. What is the reason?
Ma'am, rolling.
Yes, this is a rolling friction. Why this is a rolling friction? Because rolling friction, see, the brick is rolling on the pencils. What is the reason? Because rolling friction is easier than the sliding and static. Give one example of your daily life. Rolling frictions related, give any of the example. Any example regarding the rolling friction in your daily life?
Ma'am, rolling of the football.
Rolling of the football plus rolling of luggage, wheels. Daily life में you are able to see many of the vehicles. They all are rolling. जो उनके wheels हैं, they are rolling. Isn't it? Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
So this is the best example that you see daily in your life. Rolling of the wheels and wheels of the luggage. You see while playing the football, that is rolling. So this is your questions. Next is case study. Ananya Prasad, read this paragraph. Rest of the children can switch on the cameras. Case study.
With the cost of skyrocketing, Mr. Arora who was very fond of wearing a variety of jewelry, did the next best thing. She bought herself a number of gold-plated jewelry, which she happily wore in her office. Many ladies followed her example and did the same.
Okay, what first question is, what this process of plating jewelry with gold called? What this?
Can I tell?
Yes, beta. Yes, Anshika.
Ma'am, gold electroplating.
Gold electroplating. Okay. Next, name any two substances other than jewelry that undergo this process. You know, we do the electroplating, but other than jewelry. और कहाँ कहाँ पे इलेक्ट्रोप्लेटिंग की जाती है और किस किस की जाती है? Tin is electroplated on iron. Chromium is electroplated on taps, vehicles for extra shine. Isn't it? Yes or no? Other than jewelry, we are also using this process of electroplating. Okay. Write down any two benefits of this process. Very good question. Why we are doing electroplating? Is there any benefit of doing so?
Ma'am, it makes object appear shiny.
Yes, it makes object appear shiny. And moreover, children, like if we are using a jewelry, we can electroplate expensive metal on the cheaper metal. Okay? So the cheaper metal hai, that looks like the gold if we are taking the example of it.
Ma'am, एक बार first, ma'am, what is the process of plating jewelries with gold का आंसर बता दो.
Gold electroplating. Write down two benefits of this process. So you have the object appears to be shiny and cheaper metal looks like the this costlier metal. What values did Mr. Arora exhibit when she switched over to the gold plated jewelry? So what values you can think? Because she was not having any of the fear of stealing any of the thing. Okay. And she was having a plenty of variety of the gold jewelry. Okay. She was having a variety of this. And what values? She was very active and smart worker. Okay, Anshika, read the next paragraph. Question number 2.
Ritu divided the 8th class student into small groups of about 5 students each when she was teaching about sales. Each group was given a particular topic from the lesson on which they had to research and present in whatever form in front of the class.
Okay, name the 3 parts of a cell. Anybody else want to give the answer? And rest are the good listeners, I think. Part of the cells. Yes, Neha.
Ma'am, the cytoplasm, nucleus, and plasma membrane.
Very good. Cell membrane, cytoplasm, and this nucleus. Why are cells of different shape and sizes? Cells are of different shape and different size because they need to perform the different functions. Okay. According to their function, the shape and size of the cell are made. Teachers teach that cell is a microscopic cell, a structure, but in the book, why it is written that egg cell can be seen easily? How it can be possible? Okay, you know, children, egg jo cells and they are microscopic structure, but egg cell, but one of the cell is there that like a ostrich egg, which is quite big in size. Okay, that can be seen. So there is a variation in the cells. Cells are exactly, they are microscopic, can be seen only with the help of microscope. I think it's clear to you. Many of the cells are there which are not visible. But one of the variation is in the size of the cell So one ostrich egg is there which can easily be seen. Any other question is there, beta? Okay, fine. So this was your mock paper. Still any of the question, if it is not clear to you, you can ask. Otherwise, from tomorrow onwards, we'll start revising your rest of the chapters.